Hello, gardening friends. Thank you for coming back and tuning in to part 2 of the Memorial Day garden tour. We're here in the front landscape now. So, this week I've added the Safari Red marigolds. And yes, I overseeded. But this is my first time buying these seeds, and these seeds were from Johnny Seeds. So this was my first time buying from them, so I wasn't for sure how the germination rate for the seeds were, so that's why I planted extra seeds. So no big deal, since they all germinated. I'll just when they get bigger I can thin them out, and then I will move the little seedlings elsewhere into other gardens out here, such as the circle garden here in the center, which by the way just got cleaned out. Like I think I mentioned this in the last video, that I had a bunch of stuff in here that needed to come out. I had the Autumn Joy sedum was in here, as well as the plumbago plant, which gets that it's a pretty blue flower on it. But anyway, the goal here is to have a ring of the Russian sage. So I think we've created that. There was a gap here, so you might see this little plant of Russian sage kind of struggling a little bit. It was just transplanted in here yesterday. And that was on the side of the yard, if you guys remember. Got a new star up there, by the way. When the garage gets painted white, that black star will actually go on the garage, but I like it there for now. So also in here are some orange zinnias, and these don't get real huge. And then I will probably also come in here with another blue annual in between the orange zinnias. So there's a grouping there, all the way around. I will probably add some marigolds like I usually do. Some marigolds will be added in the borders over there once they get grown, and I can divide them. Let's just walk over here. Hopefully everybody has had a good Memorial Day weekend. It's been a really nice weekend here in the Ville. So far in this garden, still a work in progress. Still trying to figure out what I want to do over here and what perennials I want to add. But anyway, we do have a nice red rose. This is just like the one in the backyard that I couldn't remember the name of. And we got a couple Annabelle hydrangeas, which actually have quite a few blooms on them. I'm really hoping they show out this year. And in front of those are the red daylilies, which are setting bud. St. Valentine daylilies. But another reason I wanted to bring you guys over to this garden is somewhere in here, right here, I put some coleus. Some of the red coleus, which I thought would look nice paired with the lamb's ear. This is Edgar. If anybody is new watching for the first time, he shows up for every video. So lamb's ear, big ears, I believe is the variety of this lamb's ear, the sagey green plant. Also in here, I've repeated, you know, just like the front border, the autumn joy sedum. Getting a glare there from the sun. Also transplanted from the back, and I think I mentioned this last video, are the miscanthus grasses. So this Friday is Paycheck Friday, and I will be ordering the hopefully my last dumpster, so I can get rid of all of this mess. I cannot wait to have all this cleaned up. So that is exciting. If I was richer, I would already had it done and out of here. But you can only do what you can do. You might recall our arbor laying back there when we were working over here, so now it is up. So let me show you from the other angle. Sorry for the bumpiness and all the background noise. I got traffic and an airplane and somebody mowing. But I wanted to wait for this time of the evening, because I think things look so better when the sun is not so harsh. On each side of the arbor we have, what did I plant there? Scarlet runner bean. First time growing scarlet runner bean. Blue Victoria salvia. So I have two different varieties of the blue salvias in here, the annual. I've got some that are the more upright, compact, and then some are the more, they bush out and get a little more full. Yes, I'm slowly getting mulch down, and that whole end there needs to be mulched. Again, money is the issue. If I could do it all at once, I would, but anyway, I'm sure most of us are like that. We gotta do little by little, paycheck by check, but it has been nice because I was able to put stuff in here and not have to move the mulch and cut holes open and stuff like that. So we will have the blue of the Victoria salvia as always, and I bet you about 6 or 7 good clumps of the blue salvia, such as this clump right here. Those come back. Those come back from last year, and they were like, you know, where the old border used to be, up through here. And I just transplanted those, moved them out. Now our dogs are barking, so of course we got the heuchera on the very edge. I'll give you guys an update on the Oxford Bishop of Oxford dahlia. This is an orange coral dahlia. So I've got about 8 of them in here. So again, repeating the blue and the orange. And then we have the autumn joy sedum in here. And then behind the dahlias is going to be a drift of the Russian sage, which I took a couple of divisions of the plant I had on the side of the house. Edgar is just moving this phone all around. I apologize. But anyway, there will be a drift of Russian sage back behind the orange coral dahlias, if you can picture that. You guys might remember there was a barberry shrub here in the corner, and I think it looks so much better with that gone. It was a beautiful shrub, and I did move it to the back, but now I'm ready to fill this area in with some perennials. Probably, if you know me, probably something blue. So we'll see. But that does look a lot better with that gone. And plus, it was getting kind of wild and crazy. We were kind of scratching ourselves on it coming up the sidewalk. All right. Clematis here. Again, I'm terrible with remembering the names of stuff. But that has come into bloom. Hydrangeas will be coming into bloom. This one, I think this one is Bobo or something like that. Glad's coming up in here. I can't remember if I planted those from last year or if these were the ones that's come up this year. That's awful fast, growth-wise, if they were from this year. And I can't really remember what color they are. Dahlias, more dahlias. Coming up, there's a random poppy in there. Black-eyed Susans. And then this, of course, will need to be kind of tied up, because once these fully bloom out and we get a heavy rain, the whole thing will just be flopped over here in the driveway. And it will stay like that for the rest of the summer. So I really need to do that. Of course, we have drift rose in here. Not drift rose, I'm sorry, primrose. Primrose in here, and another David Austin that's not doing as great as the other one. Clematis here is wrapping up. Another little area that's been under construction this spring. We have primrose, and this is where I put the plumbago plants. I transplanted those here from the circle garden in the front. Champagne peach color hollyhocks are getting some nice growth on them. That should be nice structure here in the corner. Marcus salvia. And then some divisions of, I think this is May night salvia, possibly. I just put a few pieces of that through here on the edge. And keep in mind, all around this little area will soon, hopefully, be picket fence. So here is what... Sorry for the garage, guys. It's a mess. I meant to close the door. So there's where the barberry ended up. That was on the corner of the sidewalk in the front. We have more dahlias in here. I believe these are either the white or the blue. Cilantro coming up in here. We're getting ready to make some salsa, so I wanted to use it before I pulled it out of here. Yeah. Bachelor buttons, which I'm thinking about putting these up in the circle garden in front. But I'm also afraid that they're gonna wilt and die on me if I do move them, so who knows. But let me show you this. I do have little baby Victoria salvias coming up in here. There's one there. So the seeds must have fallen, I guess, when I cut them for dry flowers, or when I was cleaning them up. So we have blue Victoria salvia seedlings in here, so I might move those as well. And then hopefully soon in the center of this area will be either a couple of benches or a table and chair set. Still loving my farmhouse wash tub fountain. Sorry, y'all. This is probably a bad video. The mosquitoes are out in full force now. So if the camera kind of shakes, I'm squishing a mosquito. So here's an update on this urn. This urn was purchased in February, I think, at Tuesday morning. 19 bucks, wasn't bad price. I absolutely love it. And I am still in the search of finding a pedestal for this to go on. Edgar likes it too. So anyway, again in here we have the Wizard Coleus, Red Velvet Coleus, and on each side we have some burgundy nasturtiums. So keeping the same color palette going in this container. Super Bells still looking pretty good in here. Hopefully they'll get some growth on them soon. The purple is Grape Punch. And Snowdrift, I think, is the white one. Alright, so I think I'll end this garden tour with a look of at the vegetable garden. Down here on the end, I've put several mammoth sunflowers, and I mainly wanted to grow these for the amount of sunflower seeds for the birds. Here is an ornamental corn, decorative corn. Here's a, well, seed packet, kind of. Some different colored corn there for fall decoration. We got a couple pumpkin plants, not really doing much yet. And the strawberry plants, looking okay, I guess. The next bed we have 3 tomato plants, and I could have sworn there was a baby tomato on here. Yep, baby tomato. First one of the season on the Better Girl. Couple pepper plants. Green beans have come up. And squash. And it looks like we've got our first little baby squash too. And then on this end of this garden, which is garden bed, which is still in progress, it needs more soil, but I had to get these watermelons planted. So this is the sweet sugar baby watermelons in here. Now keep in mind that at my grandparents' house this year, I also planted many decorative pumpkins. I also planted 8 or 9 tomato plants, planted corn, green beans, pretty much everything I have here, but I've planted extra there. Alright, so anyway, guys, happy Memorial Day. Hope you guys have a good rest of your week. Hopefully it goes by fast for you. 4-day week. And I will end the garden tour here. Let's take a look at these Super Tunia Bordeaux. Look how gorgeous these are. I think we'll end the video here. Alright, gardening friends, take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, friends.